Yes, 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 yes. America, 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 and other countries in between that happen to be watching us. Welcome to the 2DopeMarks. Your home for Go Girl Wrestling. Appreciate you tuning in. Like us, follow us on all social platforms: Twitter, 2DopeMarks, Instagram, 2DopeMarks, Facebook group, 2DopeMarks, YouTube, 2DopeMarks. Tap the bell. Yeah, man. We continue to keep growing, continue to keep taking things to a whole new level to the point where today we dropped the official Run T2DM crew neck. You know what I'm saying it's on the official Tudo Marks website, Tudo Marks shop. You know what I'm saying? Cop that because hey, it's getting cold out here. I'm not gonna hold you. It's getting cold, and for all intents and purposes, ladies and gentlemen, you just gotta understand, like, hey, not everybody's big. Not everybody has people who are literally, you know what I'm saying, I can run to you and cuddle up and shit. What I'm saying is, ladies and gentlemen, not everybody's our special guest for the evening. Now, mind you, that's D on my right. I'm Brando, but the man below us, pause, coming to us live from Los Angeles, California, the one, the only, the councilman, brother Will Pharoah. The honor is all yours, sir. Welcome to the arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, have no fear. Your councilman is here, ready to talk wrestling, shoot the shit, and also tell a certain group that they ain't shit. That they ain't shit. And we gonna get into that today.
Yeah. We are going to get into that. We have a jam-packed show. Look, it is the Thanksgiving episode spectacular, as I like to call it, because hey, tomorrow's Turkey Day. Tomorrow you're gonna be with your family, your adopted family, your friends. Y'all gonna make a store run to the, you know what I'm saying, go outside, get a smoke, something like that. Um, all the turkey, all the ham, whatever you partake in for Thanksgiving. Not even if you're vegan, you know what I'm saying? If you have a vegan Thanksgiving, enjoy that shit too. You know what I'm saying? But again, jam-packed show. We're gonna go over Survivor Series. We're gonna go over AEW Full Gear. Last week we basically pick and choose the matches we were interested in, and some interesting things happened in said matches. We will go over this ESPN 30 on the 30 list. For the first time since they've done it. I was not a part of this. So yeah. And we passing out turkeys. We passing out turkeys because hey, people been tripping in 2025. So before we even get to like hater of the week and things like that, we will be passing out turkeys. And oh yeah, we'll also get to hater of the week because what Tudor Mark show ends without hater of the week? Sometimes hell, we recorded in my kitchen, as D can attest to last week.
Really?
I mean, that's what happened. Did we not?
Fair.
But first, we will casually address something that occurred. By the time you watch this, ladies and gentlemen, or hear it, because we are on a Wednesday, we're doing something special with our big brothers, the Black Rasslin, and things occurred. Okay, that is about as good a tease I'm going to give you about that situation. If you see our faces should tell you that our feelings about what happened that night. You know what? I can't even continue. I can't continue. I can't
That's
continue.
how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it.
Dude, what were your feelings about? Absolutely.
I just thought they was better than that. That's all.
Mm.
I didn't realize those were the tactics that we used, but I was like, all right. That's all. I didn't know that was the land field we were walking into, but now I know.
Landmine, brother. Landmine. It was an away game. We should have noticed that from jump. It was an away game.
We'll be all right. We'll be out. It's home field advantage.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
That just means we got to bring them over here real quick.
Yeah. We got to bring them to the 2DopeMarks arena and handle things and handle business. But I digress because it's gonna come out and people gonna see the absolute chicanery, shenanigans, and tomfoolery
Bullshit.
that was
The
perpetrated
bullshit.
against us. Shouts,
Bullshit.
cuz.
The
Shouts,
fix
cuz.
was in, guys. The fix was in.
It definitely was. It definitely was. So,
Yeah, shout out to Cuz.
in the spirit of turkeys, because what last night was a whole goddamn gobble gobble.
Bunch of
We're
job
almost we are almost at the end of 2025. Somehow, some way, the 2DopeMarks have been in existence. This is episode 45, by the way, meaning we're closing in on 1 year of yapping and rapping about Gold Grill Wrestling. And before we get to that year, which will coincide with next year's Royal Rumble in Saudi, the Saudi Rumble officially, me, D, and the councilman, we've kind of had our thoughts about 2025 as a whole. And you know what? In the spirit of Thanksgiving, we got to pass out some turkeys, man. We got to pass out some turkeys because some people been on bullshit in 2025. Some companies have been on bullshit. Some entities have been on bullshit. Some people who have been all about, looking people over. So, before I go and give my turkeys, I will ask D because he has more venom than most when it comes to these sort of situations.
Why I gotta be? Why I gotta be the aggressive?
You got to set the tone. You Brian Dawkins, brother. You Brian Dawkins. Somebody come over the middle. You know what you got to do?
Smack him right in the chest.
Lay a motherfucker in the dirt. That's what you got to do.
So my first turkey goes to an individual who decided to take his daddy's money. Matter of fact, asked his daddy for allowance money to start his own wrestling company, and decided to let us, and the majority of 2025 and the latter part of 2024, watch that damn Death Rider saga for a whole goddamn going year. And we all know who we're talking about, as they call him, TK. TK be on some bullshit. I like the people that wrestle for him, but he be doing dumb shit. Like, it's one thing when you want to start another company. Okay, everybody got excited. All right, WWE gets rid of a lot of talent because the roster is huge. Whatever. Those talent go to sign with WWE, AEW. Fine. Daniel Moxley, Andrade, and you bring in more and more talent. Now you're actually seeing what it looks like when Mr. Redacted had all this talent on his roster. You can't give everybody a fucking title, but this motherfucker won't give everybody a fucking title. Tapping into what we said tapping into what we're talking about later with Full Gear, the AEW national title. What fucking title did Kenny Omega have? What damn title did Okada have? Didn't they mix that shit? Isn't that the international natural title or some shit?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So my first turkey goes to, as they call them, I think I only got one more turkey. Why the hell is my favorite all-time wrestler visiting a certain house every chance he gets in my beautiful city of Washington, D.C.? Why? What's the purpose? I enjoyed your career as an in-ring performer, but as you have become the head of that company or the head of creative, yeah, you're a jive turkey. You're a jive soul bro. Yeah, you're a jive turkey show. And I think, let me see, do I have one more? You know what? Fuck it. I got another one. TKO. Let's be real. Come on now. How the fuck are we supposed to afford these goddamn tickets? For real. Think about it. Councilman, show comes to Intuit Arena, right? It's a house show. how much that shit gonna cost to sit down in the 100 level? Well, how much is it supposed to cost?
Wait, 100 is what? Like close to the ring or at the top?
Yeah, not on the floor, just right there and close to the ring.
For a house show, anywhere maybe between like 120 to 3.
Okay.
And three still get you like pretty close.
Yeah. So how much you think they charging?
Oh, I know how much they charging now. I ain't got to think. These niggas is hitting tax of 400.
Oh, for sure. Okay.
That's minimum.
B. You go to the Toyota Center, a la 2017 for a house show. No, matter of fact, a Monday Night Raw. How much you spending for 200 sessions?
200. The most I spent was like 60 to 75.
Okay. How much they charging?
If that?
Hey, how much you think they charging?
Now? Shit, 3.
For 200 level, right?
4 times that?
Eggs is $8, and you still want to charge us that much money? And then you take WrestleMania, a vacation spot where us three want to go chill and we look forward to every goddamn year, and you want to take that shit to Saudi? Man, fuck y'all. Y'all get a turkey too. I'm done. I'm about to sip my drink.
Okay. Councilman.
Do I have to have multiple turkeys?
Oh no, you don't have to. You can pass out as many turkeys if you want to. If you want to get skimpy and say, "Hey, this one is not properly approved," by all means, go for it. Go for it.
My first turkey goes to John Moxley because you wear white V-neck shirts. You know what you did. My second turkey goes to the WWE writers. Like, what are we doing? Especially over there on SmackDown, because it has been nothing. And then my turkey also goes to the folks at Hickam Bottom and the dude that runs TNA, because it's like, bro, we started off great.
Yeah.
Last 6 months have just been nothing but we just trying to get through it for next till we get to next show. So them are my turkeys. I only had 3, and I always have a turkey for Bret Hart, no matter what. That's just like
we will get to that.
Exactly. That's why I didn't jump into it. Just know I always got a nice fried bird waiting for fucking Bret Hart.
Well, gentlemen, you have come through with some very amazing turkeys. Very amazing recipients.
Tied. Tied.
All right. I will go. I'll go across the spectrum here. So my first turkey goes to Darby Allin. Now, again, it's nothing that Darby Allin personally did to me.
I like to call
it's just that even somebody who enjoys the suspension of disbelief in wrestling, can also be like, hey, dog, come the fuck on. So, you mean to tell me that you set somebody on fire? Same dude who be wearing V-neck white t-shirts and bleeding every 16 seconds. But that's not that's not how this shit ends. Like, y'all gonna keep going and keep going. Are y'all the chicken and Peter Griffin?
Wow.
Like, first off, you climb Everest, and I'm thinking, oh, Darby Allin's gonna be the one to save AEW from the Death Riders. Dog, that was in July.
Talking about Clubfoot? You thought Clubfoot was gonna do that?
Dog, it was July. It was
crazy.
Now November, and Jesus Christ, Clubfoot is insane.
Clubfoot is crazy.
Absolutely insane. So it's Darby Allin. Like, look, I understand why AEW has him, but I'm like, come on, dog. Secondly, AEW booking has been a pain in my ass all year, for the most part. So you mean to tell me, hold on. You mean to tell me you gonna run Blood and Guts the week before a pay-per-view? And the only thing that got built off Blood and Guts, really, was Kyle O'Reilly versus John Moxley?
I think something cooking with that story right now.
I mean,
I think something brewing with that.
Again, I'm giving them props because that's the only thing the only good that came out of it. Chris Statlander is still AEW Women's World Champion. So I guess whatever ass whooping she took in Blood and Guts ain't mean shit because Mercedes still lost. The AEW national title looks like the NWA television title from yore. And basically, I guess because they never copywritten that belt, that's why that belt looks like 87 other goddamn belts.
Because it
That
is.
we have seen. Now, again, shout out to Ricochet for being the first ever national champion, the same way he was the first ever Lucha Underground champion, the first ever Speed champion, and he won one of them belts. He was one of the first people to hold one of the belts in Japan. Shout out to him, right? No disrespect to him. Shout out to the Bald Man. Shout out to the Bald Eagles fan. You couldn't, I mean, again, y'all couldn't just let Ricochet fight Shelton Benjamin for that belt. You have to have a whole casino gauntlet because Lord knows all TK loves more than anything in the world: tournaments, random battle royals.
Well, in all fairness, that title is going to be defended across the Indies, and I would rather, no disrespect to Shelton Benjamin, but I would rather see Richard O'Shea on the Indies defending that title more than Shelton Benjamin. I think AEW has bigger plans for Shelton Benjamin.
I hear you. I do hear you. But if that's the case for that title, then I'm like, all right, dog. Again, as you said previously in your turkey handling for Tony Khan himself, you once had an AEW Continental title. You once had an AEW International title. Now you have an AEW Unified title and an AEW National title. How many goddamn belts does that company need?
They're about to have a Universal title soon.
Let me move on to Stamford, Connecticut, please, because I'm going to be stuck on that one company all damn day. The tag team division on both rosters. We hit a nirvana. We hit a peak with a TLC match that got left off the WrestleMania card. And it's been toilet water ever since. This is no disrespect to the Street Profits, who have not been on TV in a good little minute. It's no disrespect to the New Day. It's no disrespect really to AJ Lee, the team of AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. It's just been blah, mid, a good 5.5. Like, it exists, it's cool, but it's not what it could be. Especially with the talent given on both of them rosters, it ain't what it could be. And lastly, because I'm going to go down to NXT, and Lord knows I love NXT. Santa Louis. Boy. How long are you going to hold Trick Williams and Obafemi down there?
Hey, bro.
Free them. They are now. Trick Williams is a super senior. Trick Williams is one of them COVID scholarship players who got in school in 2020 and is still considered a junior in 2025 going into 2026. He has been there.
Red shirted.
Dog. All right, D, you know this better. Remember that tight end Miami had last year? That was his 9th year eligibility.
Yep.
That's where Trick Williams is right now.
Red shirt like 6 times.
Trick Williams has basically done the NXT career arc twice now. Twice, and he's still down there.
They
Why?
Just let him with that trick. That's all.
Free the guys, man. Free the guys.
So, just tapping into what the consensus for all three of it is, more so to the WWE side, AEW side. I think I said this before on the show. Around the time of War Games, as we lead into the holidays, you notice that WWE ramps down from a NXT standpoint as well as the main roster standpoint. It ain't gonna start cranking back up to New Year's Day. This is kind of the off season for that, because as soon as New Year's Day hits, everybody's what? looking forward to the Rumble. You know what I mean? And this isn't in past years where the Rumble has been in January. You know, we had probably 3 weeks from New Year's or 2 weeks or whatever. It's usually like Martin Luther King weekend or something like that. Now we gotta wait till February for this shit. So I'm eager to see when January comes what happens with that, because I got some speculation in my brain. Oh, War Games. So it'll translate from here to then.
I must ask D real quick, fast, not to interrupt.
Yes,
but do we have? Was that I feel like I heard familiar voices in the background there.
That wasn't me.
I thought they were. I have a little bit of trauma from last night, brother. I have a little bit of trauma from last night. I thought that was the replay.
That wasn't me.
I thought.
No. That was me.
Dude, you about to...
No. I'm still logged into my Discord. I thought my headphones were turned down.
Oh, no.
Yeah. There's wasn't nobody in there no more. Then I got on here, and then I heard somebody say something. I'm like, oh, y'all got back in. Okay.
No. My apologies, co-host.
No, that's on me. That's on me. So my apologies for not knowing that thing was turned up.
I was like, wait, why do I hear that? Like, what's going on? The heck is going on?
But yeah,
Continue. Sorry.
Just going back to the turkey. Like, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know what's in the future for AEW. We'll see. Hopefully, it's something. They ain't got another pay-per-view until what? February, maybe. I believe.
Is that typically Revolution? Because they ain't doing Wrestle Dynasty this year.
I believe so.
Yeah, they're not doing Wrestle Dynasty this year because it literally runs up against Wrestle Kingdom.
No. They do. It's World's End, December 27th.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
okay.
Yeah, it's World. Yeah, they have World's End.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't think of what it was because
we was just talking
everything off. Yeah. Matter of fact, speaking of that, like speaking of World's End, like so Full Gear was just done, right?
Yep.
Did you watch all 13 matches?
No. And I did not. I did not.
I started watching when Kyle Fletcher took on Mark Briscoe. That's when I walked in.
That wasn't a bad match.
It wasn't. It's just. Here's my only thing that I'm not liking about that. Like, y'all are real. Like, AEW is really like, again, I get into alternative things, so I can't really trip about it. But I don't like that y'all are having to depend so much on weaponry and blood to be shown in order for you to get your proper browser. And I certainly don't like that you have somebody who is like such a supreme future talent like Kyle Fletcher lose his title in a stipulation match like that. Like, I'd rather see Mark Briscoe get it clean rather than it's like, okay, I gotta batter and beat you with weapons and objects. And then it was like, y'all didn't even wrestle. Like, there were no, like, it didn't start off like wrestling, doing stuff like that. It was just straight go get weapons and see who can do the worst to each other with it. And it's just kind of like, okay, is this even really a match? And then there was nothing that built up to them to get to that point, which is what really bothered me. When did you walk in on AEW? Are we starting to get back?
Brother, I walked in on AEW when I noticed that Samoa Joe looked like he had majority of his face cut off in terms of him bleeding.
So the end
during the main event. Because again, I was tired Saturday night. I knew that Ricochet. I did find a way to pull back and see that. All right, see how the Casino Gauntlet match went. I did see Mercedes versus Chris Statlander. I did see Mark Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher, which probably was my favorite match of the night, to be honest with you, given the emotional situation and told there. But
yeah,
ultimately, like when I was tapped in, it was the main event. It was Joe versus Hangman Adam Page, and for people who say that Adam Page had a bland title reign and that, real world champions back in the building with Samoa Joe. I ask you one quick question. If you are the ops, technically you're not supposed to call yourself the ops. The ops are literally the guys you don't like.
I mean, you can call yourself the ops. You can say we're the guys you don't like.
Or with the opportunity that y'all missing.
There's also that. So I will say this.
But also, too, I will never support a dude named Hangman. So
I'll never support a man. I'll never support a dude named Hangman. And at the same time, I'm always going to support a dude in Samoa Joe who was basically cast off. You want to talk about somebody who actually benefited from the existence of AEW? It's Samoa Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I legit thought dude's career was done. Mind you, he was still solid on the mic. He was still pretty good. He was great at commentary when he was there. The lasting image I'll have of Samoa Joe in a WWE ring is him in a poncho getting rained on that first WrestleMania back from the pandemic.
I do remember that. I was there.
That's the last thing.
Yeah, I was in Tampa when that for that one.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, bro. I watched Roman stack them boys up and pin them. I got to see Mercedes take on Bianca. Yeah, bro, it was dope.
Okay. See, you got Black history. You got Black history. You know what I got Cody Devontae Rhodes finishing the story for one Mania, and then I got the greatest WrestleMania, the greatest match ever in Taker versus HBK 1 at Mania 25.
You got more than me? Shit. I only been to one. Mania. So I wanted to go to Vegas till I seen them prices. But I got
we got the Vegas and saw them prices.
Yeah, I got a better return though than being there. Like where I was at was 10 times worth it for Vegas. And I knew y'all already had the obligation already, but man, if y'all had been there, bro, everybody was there. Like, MVP was there, Bobby was there, Mojo was there, AJ Francis was there. We were all at the Palms. You
told us about that.
Yeah, I knew y'all already had something y'all had to go to, and I was like, damn, man, I like make it over here. But the highlight of it was watching John Cena win and being right next to Ric Flair as he watched him win 17.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because Flair was there. And I was just like, this is better than any ticket at WrestleMania I could have asked for. Like, to see that, like, bro, it was you at first. Now somebody surpassed you, and to be in the same room with him as that's going on, I was like, I'll take that any day.
Shit, the only time I've been in the room with Ric Flair is him sipping Hennessy. You got that.
And that's definitely what he was doing while he was there.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
And got sleepy as hell. Because everybody else asked me, how did he react? I was like, he didn't. He was tired as fuck and ready to go home. That man was, I was like, it's hot as fuck out here. The sun is out. The sun's down at John Cena's on here, but that man ready to go home.
We're gonna have his girlfriend go put his ass in the bed.
Hell yeah. But can we also talk about one elephant of full gear that nobody's talking about?
What?
Besides the fact that it looks like Claudio and them about to lead a whole ass revolt against John Moxley for him taking them L's.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Can we now talk about how WWE is definitely trolling AEW? Because I watched AAA and I'm like, why did y'all put this on the same day?
Oh, yeah, they did that. Yeah, I seen that because that shit popped up on my you know how YouTube got the alerts or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, I seen that show. I'm like, hold up. Oh, it's a show on?
Yo, not only was it a show, the matches they had scheduled, they crossed out 2 of them. They started at the same time. Matter of fact, the same time, I think Kyle Fletcher and Mark went on. And their matches went back for back of their matches. And they had the main event with Dominic Mysterio, El Grande Americano versus Vikingo and Dragon Lee at the exact same time Mercedes and Chris Statlander was going. And then they ended the show. And I was like, wasn't there 2 more matches we were supposed to get? One with the with La Parka, and then the other one was like a triple threat with Natty and them. I was like, what happened to them matches? And then the mixed tag match was like 2 minutes.
Oh, they ain't give him no time. I didn't watch it. They ain't give him no time.
I was like, why did y'all have this? Why did y'all air this week? And then I'm like, yo, y'all really do be trying to compete and split the group up when they be on PLEs. And you just told on yourself.
Ain't nothing different than what Bischoff used to do to Vince.
Yeah, but at least he say it. Like, don't sit here and lie to us like y'all not worried about that. It's clear that y'all are. You're just not gonna make your main product do the work.
What day is Worlds Collide on?
Worlds Collide is November 27th. World's End. I'm sorry, World's End. Yeah. World's End is December 27th.
Okay.
That's on that's a Saturday. But Saturday night main event is on the 13th. So that's their last one.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, that's their last one.
But old buddy, my man done gave people holiday PTO. So
yeah. Now everybody enjoying their stuff. That's why we got the NXT episode we got yesterday. I'm telling you, if I'd have bought my ticket, I'd have been pissed.
I bet you would.
Like, don't y'all dare promote John Cena gonna be at NXT and it's a fucking video.
Yeah.
Gotcha. A video.
Gotcha.
If I'd have bought my ticket for Madison Square Garden, as much as them things cost,
bro,
and John Cena just give me a video, nah, bro, nah, you gonna see me for that one.
But like I said, they're trying to trim it down until January. They trimming some of the fat off.
We just doing shit right now. That's it, man. And
Pretty
we know
much.
This week's SmackDown is taped too, so we know that.
Think about when you at your regular job, right? You know the holidays coming out, right? You know that week of Thanksgiving. Ain't nobody gonna be in the office. Ain't nobody doing shit.
Yeah, but you tape them back to back. So it's like, why? And Cena was there the night y'all taped these because you taped them the same time Raw in Madison Square Garden happened. So it's like, why wouldn't John just be there?
Right.
I was like, y'all wrong for that, man. That's I was like, that's ass. I was like, that's ass, bro. Like, cause I really thought, man, like to hear his music play in the NXT arena and have him walk out. Like, I'm like, bro, that's history right there. Y'all gonna give us a fucking video. I'm like,
Cena was at home chilling with his wife,
having a good ass time. I was like, all right, bro. Y'all
on the couch, like, babe, watch this real quick. Watch what I say here.
Oh yeah, I have a segment that I've done here on NXT. Let's watch it.
That's what he sounded like too when he in those Toyota commercials.
Yep.
Hey, at least unlike Logan Paul and The Rock, he ain't had nothing written on his hand while he's doing the shit either.
Yo, it's the fact that Logan clowned it. Like, this is the thing I was like, Logan, you should have caught this and trolled this. Because you the one called The Rock out on that. You should have said I did that just to troll. Like, you could have easily played this off like I did this for y'all to see it. Like, that was just for y'all to be like that.
You better learn how to memorize. You memorize everything else. Come on, man.
Yeah. Pardon me. Man, just think about Logan Paul. Just
hey, get your man.
Man, literally bust out a yawn like, ooh. All this talk about Logan Paul make a nigga tired.
Shit made me sleep.
My energy's famished.
Bro, it's 7 o'clock. What was it? 6 o'clock out there.
No, it's
5 o'clock out there. 5. This man young.
But it's nighttime already, man. Like it feel like 9 o'clock out here, though.
Yeah, here's my question, though, Councilman. How has daylight savings time affected you being full blown on the West Coast? Because y'all get the sun later than everybody.
Man.
The daytime ain't the bad time. It's like right now. Like if we like, I can't show it because I'm like nowhere near a window, but like looking outside right now, bro, if it looks like it's 10 o'clock. Like it don't look like, and like for y'all to say like it's only 5, I'm like, shit, it's only 5 o'clock. Like it feels like 9 right now.
Hey.
And I still gotta cook like Thanksgiving stuff.
Oh like, no.
Mine ain't hard. I ain't gotta make no.
I'm about to say you ain't gonna be like DDM where you gotta make some potato salad, huh?
No, I just gotta like put my sides on and stuff. Like I just gotta cook mac and cheese, steam some broccoli, and throw this slab of like ham, you know, like not even like a whole ham, but like a big ass thick cut of it on the skillet, and I'm done.
Okay. Okay, look, I gotta bake tomorrow. Like all our efforts, we're putting the hosting Friendsgiving, and we're not cooking. We house hopping tomorrow. Like,
man, I'm cooking that. I got a pound cake for dessert with some ice cream. I'm finna do that, get high as fuck, and watch Harry Potter.
That sounds good. That sounds like good. I am likely going to be dropping off cakes, playing Ghost Yote, probably playing everything else, trying to do my best not to have my 8-year-old nephew ask me to join him online because he'll have me on that goddamn PS5 all dang day, and I can't be a good spouse because my nephew want to get his butt whooped in college football.
FTK.
Yeah.
FTK.
I wish I could. Wish I could.
You could.
As a proud father of 3. I'm sorry. Yeah, 3.
You said you forgot. You said yeah, 3.
FTK.
My godson is among them K, Negro.
Huh?
My godson is among them K over there, D.
I know.
He said what he said.
Yeah, I said what I said.
He said what he said.
Okay.
I ain't even a parent, and I can't wait to get to be that at that thing.
You'll learn. You'll learn.
I know. So
hold up, though. So Will about to do. You said you about to get high and watch Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
You about to drop off cake and play Ghost of Yote. I'm gonna be playing Jenga tomorrow and sipping Crown.
That still sounds great though.
That does sound like
so moms after she took dinner and everything, like we drink, we chill out, and we play games for money, and then like so my father and my stepmom trying to play some spades, and so they gonna get smoked per usual, you know. And then, you know, of course, the traditional football games are on. So that's always a thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, good old football.
Yeah. But so we got football tomorrow, football on Friday, go Eagles. And then war games on Saturday?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
What time? That should start what,
7?
7. 4 Pacific.
So how many matches? So we got the men's and the women's.
We got 4 matches.
Dom. Who else?
Stephanie versus Nikki, and that's it.
How the fuck did they put Nikki on this damn show?
Man, you know why. Actually, I asked that on the women's wrestling talk that I'm on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch the Bella era when they were there, so I was like, I don't get what is the hype behind them. and it did get broken down to me. It's really like because of the Total Diva stuff is where a lot of that stuff comes in, and so like that's where I do get a respect. But that's where it ends because in ring wise, I'm like, I've watched what y'all consider Nikki Bella's top 5 matches, and that ain't it.
Because I feel because she's still in that it's the Divas ended with the Bellas, and then when the revolution happened, it restarted with Charlotte and Becky, you know, Bayley and stuff. So that's the cutoff for them to bring back Nikki Bella for that. That's complete ass because we see, and in my opinion, I love what Natty is doing outside of WWE. You know, say her ring walk and all that. I love what the hell she's doing. To be honest with you, I want to see Natty win the Rumble and get her moment.
I agree, but you got to think of it from a money aspect. So this is why Nikki make the sense. One, from a money aspect and from the behind the scene wise, they haven't introduced Natty. We know Natalya. So there needs to be a build up in introducing Natty if that's what she's going to be running as her future character. And I feel like we may be getting that introduction through Maxine as the IC championship. We might get to finally see what it is. Yeah. So once you take that away, then you look at it. There's not a group of women in there right now that are sitting that fit to go fight Stephanie for the world title. Like Ivy now is not in any way of being able to be on the Survivor Series card. Then you look at the ones who can do that. They can't afford to take an L from Stephanie right now. So like you can't put Rhea against Stephanie because that is most likely your big ticket at WrestleMania. You can't do it with EO because it's the same thing. We need to let that cool off. That's what she beat for the championship. So you either want to do it in the Royal Rumble or you want to get that at Elimination Chamber, but you just can't pull the trigger now. And then outside of that, you still don't have enough people that can afford to take that. Neither can Roxanne. You notice Roxanne has yet to get her title shot, even though she called her out for it. So the only one that's feasible to where, hey, we can still put her up to defend the title, have her go over and still look strong is Nikki Bella. Which again, as much as we may not fully agree as to why she's here, that is still a good notch in Stephanie Vaquer's belt of being able to take down a legend like Nikki Bella, which she is. And I'm never taking that away from her because at the end of the day, she is a legend. She's a Hall of Famer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, not sure why before The Rock, but okay. But she is a Hall of Famer. She gets her respect. So it's a great look to end it off and to make sure that the women's title is being defended. So I get it. She's the one that
I get the send off. Okay.
Yeah. That's all it is. That's all it really is. It's just that's the one who can afford to take the pin and make the champ look good.
Yeah, it's crazy though because you saw probably maybe earlier this year the top 3 NXT they were rocking with Julia, they were rocking with Roxanne, and they were rocking with Stephanie, yes, Stephanie. And out of all of them, you don't hear too much from Julia.
Is this a safe space?
Of course it is. I said fuck I want to say.
Can I say it?
Yeah.
WWE doesn't know what to do with Asian wrestlers.
That's obvious.
I said it. And that's why I always say that, and I'm gonna keep promoting this no matter what Hunter thinks. You cannot have a room full of 40 to 60-year-old white men that are former WWE wrestlers or just former wrestlers writing your full story in today's world. You need to bring in storytellers. You need to bring in people who write TV shows, people who write character arcs for seasons, comedians who write dope promos, which we already know that's happening. Like a lot of people don't know, like the promo that John Cena did against Austin Theory when he said, they have respect. They don't respect you because you don't respect yourself. I know the comedian.
Sir, I'm having PTSD, all right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was, and that's so fucked that that's what was crazy that they brought that up. I know the comedian that wrote that promo.
I wouldn't be surprised since they had Fluffy at every goddamn show. He writing some of their shit.
Yeah. And I know you get some people in there, like, you know, like you'll get Shayna Baszler who can pitch an idea for a storyline for two other people, but it's like it needs to be consistent. You need new blood in there to be talking about these things. And the crappy part about it is because there is no bridge to like the Asian culture like that. Because then with wrestling over there, they don't shoot into the worldwide media like WWE does. So they don't train their talent to be social media savvy. They don't train them to be personalities outside of the ring nor outside of that industry. So when you have someone like Julia comes, like you could notice like Julia don't normally post. Now she started getting heavier in it with the main roster, but there's no bridge there. They only know how to be with the people that they know how to work with, which is people that are white. And then in Mexico, because Mexico already has their established crowd that transferred over to WWE. That's why Stephanie Vaquer is so easy to market without her needing to really be able to talk. As opposed to a Julia who you don't know how to promote, who you don't know where to put in anything because she can't necessarily speak in English. But we've seen that with Shinsuke Nakamura. Why is Shinsuke not getting the recognition he needs? Why is he being put in the back? Because you don't know how to promote him. Even with some of the heaviest ways you could do it, like anime is one of the biggest things going right now, and none of y'all are capitalizing on that with any of them. Even when like
Roscoe watched anime.
Exactly. Zelina Vega is a pure example of where you could be bringing a bridge of fucking Crunchyroll. I don't know how to say the name right, but it's TOEI Animations, the one that do Dragon and stuff. Like you have all of these windows of opportunity to start building that connection to go over there, but because y'all are so limited in y'all thinking with what you know, not saying like because y'all refuse to do it, but it's because of this is what you know. You know how to appease a certain audience. That's why you never get to see people like a Carmelo Hayes really get to be himself, because you get to play black, but you don't get to be black. You can't be unapologetically black. Yeah, you got to play a black person, even though you're a black person.
So do you think that what they're doing with EO, it can be a segue into a better connection with the Asian and the international audience?
No, because EO is an enigma. EO, like myself, is an anomaly. You could study it and see how to get behind it, but EO is a 1 in a million phenomenon. EO figured out a way to get to the crowd and keep it. This is what started it, but she also has great comedic timing. She knows how to into things. So it's like she's been able to soak in American culture way better than most. Like on the past Raw, where you saw Charlotte and Alexa looking and she went to hug Rhea like that, like bro, like Julia and Shinsuke, they don't have that type of timing. Like neither does Asuka. Like they still kind of move in the same thing as to their culture. Because even with Asuka,
I think in the beginning, Asuka, that was the situation. But I think now, let's say nowadays, like for instance, a couple weeks ago with the doctor thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, it does that. Don't worry.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he got, when you go to the eye doctor, and they be like number 1, number 2. Oh, he got that shit.
What's on number 1 now?
It's definitely on number 1 now. Like
when Oscar did like the doctor's thing, that was funny as shit.
It was. But that's now. Now look how many years it took for us to get to that. Look how many years of crap she had to go through, and that's because they didn't know how to pivot her when she lost to Charlotte. And that was the shitty part of it, because you buried Asuka. She
should have never lost to Charlotte.
She shouldn't have, but because Charlotte was a Flair, y'all decided she needed to go over. And you wanted to break this undefeated streak that Asuka had, so you wouldn't have to be trying to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, you go with that PTSD shit again. Stop doing that shit, man.
Well, you brought up Asuka. I was about to switch over.
My bad.
You definitely did bring up Asuka.
My bad. Yeah. We ain't had to talk about the undefeated.
You knew the streak was.
But see, all right, I can interject here. I think Io Sky, as you said, well, it's definitely an anomaly, like bar none, right? Like the way you emote and the way you get over with this audience and this 18 to 34 demographic is, again, you play TikTok shit. You do shit that works on Fortnite. You do shit that works on insert memeable thing here. That's why when you see Carmelo Hayes do the 6'7" on the goddamn the fact we all did that shit in unison, I love y'all. When he does that, right? People immediately recognizing the shit gets over. I think that the way WWE leads into international time, international markets is they just throw people out there, right? Like Mexico is one of the situations where literally you're like, oh, we got Rey Mysterio. Oh, we got Dominic Mysterio. Oh, we got Penta. Oh, we got Rey Phoenix. And then basically now they're almost like, I'll say this, they're almost like ESPN in a sense. And the reason why I say they're almost like ESPN is because it's not a cultivation of talent. It's basically saying, oh, you already doing dope shit? Cool. Do that over here.
Yeah.
Right? Because the moment Worlds Collide happened over the summer and Mr. Iguana took off and became a fucking star in one night, started selling that merch like crazy.
Exactly.
But they have to, what you point on, you said if you do that shit over here. Let them be who they are over here too, instead of gatekeeping. Because one thing about Carmelo Hayes when he was in NXT, retiring the jerseys. You know, us as Black folks, we love our jerseys, or we put our favorite jerseys up in, you know, our room or whatever. Trick Williams, Whoop That Trick. Everybody knows Whoop That Trick from what's the damn movie? Hustle and Flow. Or whatever. Even with Shinsuke Nakamura in NXT, strong style, bring that culture over here and still continue. They didn't know what to do with it at all because you're too busy trying to feed people to your Brocks, to your Romans, etc., etc., etc.
Well, you don't feed characters, and then that's the problem because you don't feed them, you don't do it, and then you strip them of what makes them dope. And I don't even just mean that now, generally from just like out like ethnicity and stuff. Like even with Tiffy, like you turned her Tiffy time into her full gimmick. And then that became her problem, and why her championship run got a little stale was because it's like, oh, we're gonna make her a face. No, let her be a heel.
No, let her be her.
Like, let her be her. But it's the same thing as you're trying to appeal to a conservative audience that you have, and you change these things that don't need to be changed, and you try to make stuff where it becomes highly offensive. Because why is it none of the black people can wear grills, but now all of a sudden the Usos do it, and now it's a great thing? Why is it they can be unapologetically black, but black people can't? Like, yeah, like, you know, no disrespect to Jacob, but yada, I mean, it's not your logan. You didn't make that.
Bay Area.
That's Bay Area. We know the person that came up with that, and he don't look like you. And there's no disrespect to Jacob, but it's like, why is it okay that the Samoans get to do it, but as soon as Bianca Belair wants to put a grill in her mouth and be herself, she's booed? Or y'all are looking at her like when it was her, Rhea, and Io. These are three faces. Why are y'all booing Bianca?
Yep.
Oh, because she didn't do this and did the whole like, I'm just glad to be here and I'm gonna overcome. It's like, no, why is Rhea in this match when I earned my shot at Elimination Chamber? She lost. Why she get another shot?
Let me ask you a question. Top three of your generation. Who are the top three wrestlers of all time in your generation? And I asked this question for a reason.
Like from what I've watched?
Yeah. Your generation, I'm not saying like what people say, oh, well, Kareem was great and they never seen Kareem play ball.
Okay, when I watch play, shit. My top, how many?
Three. Just three.
Shit. Stone Cold gotta be one of them.
Okay.
The Rock,
Uh-huh. I know who it ain't.
Despite how he's acting now, man, I gotta go Triple H.
Okay. UB?
I'm gonna give myself a little PTSD. Could you repeat the question?
Oh.
Hold on, y'all. Put your hand down while he repeated.
Hey. Yo, let me get, I need to go while we talking.
Yeah, go put a fit hat on and just.
My man. Hey, yo.
All I'm gonna say with that is tune in Black Rasslin. when that episode drops, tune in Black Rasslin, and you will see for yourself, America. You'll see for yourself. But no, D, what was the question? So guys,
top 3 of your generation that you
my generation.
But not what people said that they saw, and you going back. Like I said, you haven't seen Kareem play, so you can't say he's the best.
Okay, so people I've actually seen live, not like gone back and like rewatch it. So basically, let's say everybody who's been since 1991.
Okay,
because that's when I pretty much really became a fan. It was 91. I will go like favorites. Okay, so I'll go Michael Hickenbottom. I will go Seth Rollins, aka Tyler Black. And my number 3 is going to be Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay, so the consensus between both of you guys, minus give or take 1 or 2, was Stone Cold Steve Austin. Why was Stone Cold Steve Austin so great? He was when he started in WCW, he was stunning Steve Austin.
Yep.
Hair blonde, doing the Hollywood blonde shit with Brian Pillman, all those different things. But nobody knew that man was from West Texas. Nobody knew that man was a straight red. When he went to ECW and started cutting up promos and being himself and learning how to be himself, as that translated to WWE. Was it F at the time? Yeah, F. And he was the ringmaster. Still didn't work, right? But then when you saw that West Texas redneck to say cut the promo at the King of the Ring, that was him. All I'm saying is the same thing you're saying. If you let people be themselves, they'll be okay. Instead of handcuffing them into being something that they're not. The character days are still here to a certain degree, but it's not working when you don't let that person, when you like restrain these folks and you try to gatekeep on what it is. That's the hard part. That's the one thing I kind of do respect about AEW when it comes to Moxley is that.
Yeah.
That motherfucker is that. Darby Allin is that. He is that. You know what I mean? So it's like, why, if you're trying to, who's in charge of the audience, or who is there to dictate the audience that you're trying to appeal to? You want somebody that's going to come back around every WrestleMania. Oh, I want to see John Cena. Yeah, oh, John Cena not there. I'm not going to watch. Fuck that. We the folks that spend the $4,000 to go to this location, and saving up for a year to, go see each other at Wale Mania and etc. So if that appeals to us, we're the one that's spending the bread instead of somebody who comes back just every January just to watch from January to April, and that's it.
But that's who they focus is on now. They don't care about us no more. Your focus is on that particular person who you just mentioned that does that. They will spend twice as much as what we had to save up an entire year to go do.
Yeah.
So they'll pay $50,000 to go have this moment, even though they don't watch wrestling like that. And they'll fill those seats up just so they can be able to be out on their phones and say that they captured that memory. As opposed to
hold that thought real quick. Because remember last year or early this year, probably around WrestleMania was April 20th, 420 weekend, right? Probably on that, right around April 1st or so, that shit wasn't sold out.
No.
They still had tickets. So what happens now? Because now, just like I was telling B a while ago, that DC show for John Cena's retirement is not sold out. Mm-hmm. So you're appealing to those folks every once in a while. You're actually losing money, because if you can appeal to both, that's when you make a profit.
But that's the thing too. You have people. That's why I say too, you need a change in your perception of everything. Right now, y'all are dealing with people who are top dollar, who are in a different tax bracket, and they don't see that as a common thing. And that was the one thing I'll say Vince had a good handle on. Yes. You know, a lot of things he dropped the ball on, but like at least him understand, like, yo, I'm making this for families to come see. Yep. You ain't got to spend no $5,000 to come watch these people do this stuff. And it's like, it'd be different if it was, I'm paying all this money and these wrestlers are getting paid more now. But there's no wrestlers getting the same amount of money as LeBron James. There's no wrestler that's getting the same amount of money as a Steph Curry, who put way more of their body on the line, way more than any of those NBA stars do. And the simple fact that the NBA stars are only playing between 3 to 6 months a year, while these cats are wrestling 329 days out of the year. Mm-hmm. So if it's not going to the wrestlers, what is it going to? And what am I paying all of this money for? And especially now, I'm paying $5,000 to get 5 matches.
Yeah.
And then only 2 out of the 5 matches are going to actually be me worth being there to see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. It's like they have a knock on reality right now. And then I even get what you're saying, to a point of letting some of these people be themselves, but some of them don't have that knack and do need a character to be able to portray. Like, I've met Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss and Alexis Kaufman are 2 different people. Like, 2 way different folks. Like, she's one of the most sweetest and nicest people you will ever meet. Like, she will stop, speak to you, say hello. Like, she doesn't. I don't think that lady have a bitchy bone in her body. Right. But when she get out and she turn and flip that shit and turn it on, that's a character. But that character got a chance to be developed. That character got a chance to figure out, okay, what are your strengths? What are your opportunities? What are you really good at? What is it that you kind of lack where we can switch? These things kind of flip. You didn't do that with Julia. And then you don't listen to the crowd when it comes to these people, because I'm like, for the sake of me, like, why did you not put Julia with Asuka and Kairi and let these girls run shot if you're making her heel? But instead, you put Kiana James, who's not a manager, who's never portrayed being a manager, who even right now is not being a great manager. And I'm not saying that because she can't do it, but because she fucking belongs in the ring doing her own solo stuff. Don't know why you've taken her out of the reins of the women's division when you barely got one on SmackDown. And you didn't do nothing with it.
So here's the hard part with that too, because now WWE has always had that problem with transitioning straight from NXT to the main roster. And you have a select few, you know, Sami Zayn's, the KOs, the Seth Rollins, that have translated over and been that person. You know, as soon as they got to the roster, they just hit the ground running. But you also have had issues with Bobby Roode coming over. You had issues, even to be honest with you, minus the injury, Finn coming over, Shinsuke. You know what I mean? Like, I'll take you back. I'll take you on a throwback. Y'all remember when the Vaudevillains came to the main roster?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
I do, but now, to be fair to that, there's 2 easy ways for that to be remedied. But for all of those cases, you also had Vince there at that time, who was a huge hater of NXT because Triple H was running it. And he was delivering a better product than them, and so he shitted on all of their come-ups. That's why Karrion Kross got such a shitty deal, and so did Keith Lee when they turned him into Bearcat. And he was like, yo, these all your favorites? I'm going to strip them of everything and make them brand new. That's why instead of Pete Dunne, we got Butch.
Dog, they made Karrion Kross look like the fucking warlord.
Yeah.
They made him look like the white Ahmed, not Ahmed, but Farouk, when Farouk came up.
Yeah.
Farouk,
yeah.
And that was the issue. It's not hard to transition them, and I like what they're doing with some of them now. Like even the people you name, you know why Sami Zayn and Kevin did well? Because they came to the main roster before they moved up and made an impact. Kevin Owens popped up power bomb the GOAT and stepped on the U.S. title and said "fuck y'all" and held up the NXT title. Same thing with Sami Zayn. Y'all made an impact before y'all came, right. So it's like do that with all of them. Like have the I like how they're having Javon Evans like come in for like U.S. Like let these people see them so they can get accustomed to them already and go, okay, hey. Let me go down to NXT and check out what this cat's doing. I liked his performance. So when he does get moved up, you can do it. Somebody we have on WWT, he goes by the mayor. His name is Cedric, has said it best, and so has my cat Dion from All Star Fandom. When you do the draft, just do the draft for NXT.
Yeah,
and like let them get up, give them the hats that say either Raw or SmackDown, but make it an event of like, yo, hey, we'll do separate ones with them, but NXT is the big one where we're finna announce who's getting the call-ups. But then
so
outside of that too,
go ahead. I'm sorry, I mean
outside of that too, give us a story that's gonna impact like you did with Seth, Dean, and Roman. Make a group of these people come together and make a huge impact. When they do this, like, yo, have Stephanie Vaquer out there holding the belt, and then out of nowhere, here comes Fatal Influence running roughshod, destroying not only her, but beating up Rhea Ripley and Io Sky and going, yo, we from NXT and we here.
So so that's what they're doing with Lash right now.
Yeah.
You slow walking Lash and you done seen that damn right hand been knocking half of them out.
Yeah.
So I love what they do. I love what they're doing with her. It's just hard because we've been wrestling fans since we were kids, and some of it's been good, some of it's been bad, but we stay with it and we just want what's best. And it's just hard because now I'm the only parent on here right now, and it's like I want to take my kids to shows and stuff too. I've taken my older son to one WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. I was eating Crustables and noodles for like 3 weeks, which is fine. I have to make those sacrifices. But like you said earlier, Vince made sure that it was a family show and it's for families to bring that. We can bring that shit back. TKO's not allowing it, and I understand you got the Netflix, you got the ESPN deal and stuff like that. But that's where you're going to make your most money, because those Raws, those SmackDowns, those PLEs, they're going to sell out because the money is going to be right, and because the economy is not the greatest at this point, people are still going to have the money to do it.
Mm-hmm. But they got to recoup with the business deals that they making and the things that they doing. So we're not gonna get that for a while. Like I think that era of the family centric perspective for WWE, that's gonna be gone for a good little while now. But you got an alternative though, that's AEW, which is why I be saying like for AEW, it's like, yo, if y'all could just focus on a little bit more of like developing a story, it ain't got to be so laid out like how y'all did, like they did with the Bloodline and stuff like that. But it's like, yo, like y'all have found a good groove of giving us sports wrestling, like where the entertainment wasn't needed as much. But it's like, yo, bro, like the blood and guts everywhere are not necessary for every match. And the same that like my like X-Pac said was you need to know about the evens and flows of a PLE. Like even from this last Full Gear, you had a no holds barred match, then you go into a no disqualifying match where they're both doing the same fucking thing.
Well, that's why I said what I said about somebody getting their daddy's money and just spending it and letting people do what the fuck they want to do. No holds barred match and an unsanctioned match, and then somebody getting drowned match, and then somebody getting electrocuted match, or somebody getting hit with a 2x4 stuck in their back because they got nails in the match. You still have kids watching this shit. Let's be real on this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll watch it. You know, do I want my kids watch somebody get drowned in a small fish tank? Fuck no.
But even you watching it, I don't need 7 matches where everybody's busted open.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need that.
At one point in time, AEW was really good about spacing that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't have it 4 matches in a row, dog. Like, you know, it makes no sense.
You can.
And I think a lot of times when we watch wrestling, we're also from the mindset and the perspective of like, yo, if you're gonna bleed, it's gotta mean something. Like the last time we got legit blood was Hell in a Cell between Drew and CM Punk.
But
and then it escalated to that point.
And then it escalated to get there. Like none of these, but besides Samoa and Hangman, had an escalation to where it needed this. And then even too, like another thing that Vince did well was if they're doing it, you need to find a different way to do it. If somebody's busted open tonight, no one else can get busted open tonight. Only they can be able to do that.
It's gotta mean something. It's gotta
if you're ending with an epic chair shot to end the match, no one else can close like that. No one else can go with this massive chair shot. If you're pulling out a table with barbed wires, we're not doing nothing else crazy outside of that. That match needs to stand out that's what happened when we make the highlight.
But that's their selling point. Because, and like I said earlier, they're trying to attract a certain audience. And they're trying to attract that indie post I was 5 years old when ECW was a thing, Attitude Era, that crowd right there, and they're getting it.
But in doing that though, that's what's going to run you low, and where a WWE will start to now having that gap go even more because now you're going to wear out your wrestlers. Your wrestlers are going to get injured doing all of that stuff. And then they're not going to be able to compete and they're going to be out. And you haven't developed no one else enough to where they can close out a show. And so it's like you have what you need, and it's like you're not utilized. Do you know what AEW's top clip in 2025 is? What still has the most views?
What's that? Was that the Moxley thing?
No. The sequence between the Young Bucks, Will Ospreay, and Swerve Strickland. You remember that sequence they had when the four of them went at it and it looked like an action movie?
Yeah.
That's still one of the most viewed clips on the internet of wrestling. They said that is one of the best wrestling sequences that has been performed in the last 20 years.
So I put a pin in that because something came up this morning that I wanted to talk about with you two particularly, right? And this is basically saying, because I know, Will, you didn't watch the Divas era, so to speak, right? Like you came back in the fold.
I watched it.
Like maybe
I just didn't catch
it. Go.
Yeah, I put it like this. I didn't catch the Bellas era or the John Laurinaitis eras. I just thought John Laurinaitis was a creep, and I just couldn't watch him on screen.
Okay, so speaking of creeps,
you're right.
Speaking of creeps, because we found out later. Yeah, you were about right in that regard. So Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins were on Brett Kirshner's pod. Something's Burning, and of course they were asked like, "Hey, so how did y'all meet, and how did y'all go from like y'all just basic co-workers, and now y'all are in a relationship, and now y'all are married with a child and all that?" And Becky told him like, "Yo, like we kind of kept that shit platonic at first." Because as a women's wrestler, you're told to stay away from the boys. It's not the other way around. And Kirshner was like, wait, why? Why would it be just for that? And I'm going to read the quote. All right. Lynch says, no, it's stay away from the boys. Like certain things, I'm not going to name names, but there was a guy on the main roster who was like, be careful. Be careful. One, he'll try to sleep with you. If he sleeps with you, then he'll blacklist you. And then if he tries to sleep with you and you don't sleep with him, he'll also blacklist you. So there was this line you had to walk, this tightrope. At one point, the man got my number, and I remember being like, how do you walk this line? So there's always this thing of, because if you get in a relationship and things go south, they're not going to fire the guy. They're always going to fire the girl. So it's a very, very scary thing. So I know how often we discuss the point of like wrestling has evolved in a sense, and like some of the creepy shit is like no longer in wrestling, but we know good and damn well it still is in wrestling. I'm not gonna even try and guess who it was.
Oh, I know who it is.
Oh well, shit.
You don't have to say it, and I would advise not to. but I'm gonna put it in the private chat of who it is.
Okay.
Fair.
That's very fair. I just think the whole situation.
I'm not surprised.
Right?
I'm not surprised.
Right?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
I'm not. I just think the whole situation for women in pro wrestling, and we saw this earlier this year. It's just when you think that we've evolved, right? And be like, yo, that's your coworker. You know what I'm saying? Don't do nothing. I say don't do nothing stupid. And if you find like platonically, like, okay, we cool and we actually have decent romance, then that's cool. But like, there's still creeps. There's still people wielding power and using shit over you. It's fucking sucks. It absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Look, I am glad that somehow, some way, pro wrestling has brought some great people together. It brought Becky and Seth together. It brought Carmelo and Kalani together, so on and so forth.
Brought Jada and Jay together.
It
brought Trick and Last Legend together. I am going to not.
You ass. You ass.
Hey, listen, man.
You ass.
You can love your wife and love your side piece way more, okay? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Leave my mans alone.
Hey, I didn't do it. I'm not the one that did it, man. Hey, listen.
MJ ain't had nothing to do with this shit.
Hey, man. Hey, y'all talked about relationships. All right.
Like legit confirmed, like claim joints, not like.
I mean, it's y'all seen it. Y'all seen them around. And Brando, you know a particular show that we saw them at in our home state. But still, if you're talking about official that's out there, yes, like a Damian Priest.
You will not talk about her like that.
Hey, listen, I just want Jada to be happy. If Jada is happy where she's at, that's all I care about. And I would just love to just be in the room when she eats wings. Not in a creepy way, I just want to know if it was true what Ava said. I would like to see that.
So what? So D, are you saying we should try and call? Must say, should we do an interview with Jada Parker at Onyx? D, is that what you trying to say? Is that what you suggest?
Man. Sips drink.
Hey, listen, man. I just want to talk to her about Grand Theft Auto. That's it.
You know, there's something simple, dog. Something simple. All right. We've detoured plenty real quick.
But to get on your original thing, yeah, bro. It sucks that anybody got to go through that. And I think if anything, like there's nothing we can do about people being creepy as themselves, as that person. But I would really like for it to be where companies and us as a society learn how to handle those things better. Because the one thing I don't like that I'll see is like a company feeling like they have to protect themselves because of what us as a group of audience members may think, and you're not necessarily putting the situation or the person that's going through that as the priority. Like, screw what your shareholders think. Screw if like you lose a little money. Like, there is something that needs to be done.
It's hard when you're a publicly traded company.
And I know, and that's why I'm like,
that's the fine line right there.
Yeah, and you have other people you have to think about. You have other people's jobs to think about. But it's like, that's why I'm like, I wish we can find a better way of how to be able to deal with these things, how to call this stuff out. Because even outside of just a workspace, just a normal space, like even the stuff that like Soraya went through, like what makes you think because you're at a signing with her that you could just walk up and try to kiss her? Like, what kind of shit is that? Like, Yeah, like what the fuck is up with that? Like, yo, like what kind of creepy shit? Like, what is going on in your head that makes you think you can do that? Or what makes you feel like you can stalk someone and threaten someone like Liv Morgan because you're not getting the attention that you want from this person?
Right.
And it's like, I just like, yeah, it's just like, I wish there were better ways that we could be able to deal with those and really talk about them things, because it's like, yo, that's like life altering stuff. And then too, like, even for someone like Becky Lynch to have to say, like, I had to learn how to navigate this so I don't lose the thing that I've always wanted my entire life. And it's like, yo, you should not be put in a position at your job to have to even think like that.
Right.
Whether you're a man or a woman.
Mm-hmm.
More so to a woman, because like y'all said, they'll blame her before they blame the man.
Yeah, it's a fine line, especially because it's an entertainment business as well. You're in the public eye.
It's
you know what I mean? Like, you're in the public eye, you're seen every day on TV, commercials, TV shows, pay-per-views, whatever. And to have these motherfuckers that don't be musties and that don't be breath stank on them folk, like, they think they got a chance, you know, because wrestling is, the kayfabe is imaginative versus real life. Like, I'm never gonna walk up to nobody and no daggone I'm never gonna walk up to nobody and no airplane like, hey, can I take a picture? Can I get your autograph? Like, short story real quick. Short story real quick. Philly, me being cuz, we're at the Marriott, with half the with the rosters, and we just chilling, this, that, and the other, like wrestlers just walking around or whatnot, and we just shooting the shit with people, like just people like other content creators, you know, stuff like that. But we're not bothering anybody else. If they come talk to us, cool, whatever. But we're just chilling, and we're gonna call him somebody. Mr. Somebody decided to walk in there. He was a friend of mine with a big ass belt.
Well, you might want to change that name. Isn't there a Mr. Somebody on TNA? Isn't that his name?
No, you're thinking something. You're thinking Jake something. I know what you're doing.
Okay. I was just like, wait, no, somebody go by that. I was like, I just didn't want them getting confused with that person.
Yeah. So Mr. Somebody comes up with a friend of mine, just telling, you know, he walks to the restaurant, Rey Mysterio sitting there with his mask off, sitting there eating with his wife, you know, just chilling. He got the big, hey, Rey Mysterio, can I get a picture with you? I'm like, yeah, he won't be coming over me no more. Because they real people. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? That weirdness is weird. That shit is stupid. Like, let them be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't have a chance with Alexa Bliss. You don't. You don't make the money she got. You don't look like what she probably like. And yeah.
Not even that. You don't know her.
Yeah.
You don't know her at all.
But that's like, the part, they think they know her through her character on TV, and that shit.
You ain't had no contact with this woman. This woman has not talked to you. I don't care what fake account y'all think going. You have never had no conversation with this woman. I'll even give a story that really pissed me off about a lot of shit going on like this. Like you said, I'm not a big pictures person. Like, if I see you, I'll do this. Like, I gotta be, and then if it is a picture, it's after we've established a conversation, and that conversation is somewhere where it's not bothering you. Like you said, if it's Rey Mysterio eating with his wife, if we catch each other games, I'm gonna be like,
yep.
And then just keep it pushing. Like, I'm not finna walk up to your table, nothing like that. I'm just like, hey, keep doing what you're doing, bro. Big fan of you.
And that's how I should be.
But my homeboy, because the councilman in wrestling for me is a character that I play. So, one of my my people that I have under my regime is Roxanne Perez, along with Obafemi and some other people that I say I represent as my clients and stuff. And so I am a big fan of Roxanne Perez. And so my homeboy got me a ticket during Money in the Bank to go get a picture with her and stuff like that. And so I was like, okay, cool, I'll go and everything, but I'm not a big like take a picture type of fan to do. But this was around the same time that Stalker dude got at her. And so they had told us, and then like before she came in, it was already like running late. And when she came in, they had told us like, No cell phones. You have to take everything out of your pockets, put it on the table. You cannot walk up there with anything. You cannot touch her. It was like you're gonna have it. They was treating this like COVID, like, yo, 6 feet apart, everything. Like, do not try to touch her, shake her hand, nothing. And I had seen her walk in, and you can see like the utter like she was shook, bro. Like you could tell like this shit really affecting her. And I was just like so pissed off about it, not because of like the opportunity of like someone paying for this to take a picture, but it's like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like this girl is 23 years old. This girl, this is a kid. And y'all sitting here sending death threats, putting her address out because she didn't give you attention out of the hundred of thousands of DMs that she get. She didn't see yours, and now all of a sudden this is fucked with your life to where you want to threaten her. Like, what the fuck is your problem?
Yeah.
Like it literally like, and then it was so like awkward because when she started to kind of get relaxed, you like security is what then started making it real awkward. Cause like there would be times where she'd like to like wrap her arm around somebody like a kid or something like, or even someone like me and stuff. And they're just like, no. And so it's like, it's kind of just come in, go, come in, go, come in, go. It's like, damn. And shit, because like I had told, like I was like, fuck that. I'm first of all, I'm 6'3". I don't give a fuck who you is, security wise. So I ain't tripping. But I didn't make it out. I was just like, hey, we two Scorpios, two Houston natives. Both of us then got trained by Booker T. Like, yo, keep doing your thing. You are absolutely incredible. Yo, and hey, man, ain't nobody gonna touch you because you blessed, and keep doing your shit. And I saw like she really wanted to like say thank you and kind of like not like a full hug or nothing, but just like, yo, I really appreciate it. But you know, security got a whip off, and it's because of you fuckers being creeps. And I hated seeing that for her because I'm like, yo, bro, like you can tell this is something this girl been wanting to do all her life.
Yeah.
Just like a lot of people. And it's like, yo, no one signs up to go through this shit, and nor should it come with doing this. These are regular people. Like, you don't stalk your postal worker, so why are you stalking them? And that doesn't mean start stalking your postal worker because they'll shoot
you. So I got a question.
I mean, hey, going postal was legitimately a thing.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Do not do
that.
So back in that mail.
So let me ask you this question. I got to ask this question real quick because I know who one of your favorite wrestlers is, and he's been acting real funky the past couple of days. What's up with your man Bret?
Oh, you talking about the middest there is, the middest there was, and the middest there ever be? that man there, man. That man, the stink meaner for real. Turn on motherfucking stink meaner. Holla at your boy. I get some money. Yo, bro. I just don't get it. I'm like, I low-key kind of want to sit with Bret, but I feel like Bret will get pissed off and want to fight, and I don't want to beat up a crippled person. Because, like, man, I don't play fair.
Bret made my 2025 because when that man went into the production truck and cut Bill Goldberg off after Saturday night's main event, I'm good. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
Both of them need a podcast together,
bro.
Called Bittersweet.
No.
Called Bittersweet.
No.
Both of them need their podcast together. Because it's like, at one point, I just want to know, like, yo, bro, when do you start taking accountability for your actions and how your life went? Like, when do we start doing that? Because it's like you say, like, even what you said now, like what it was about the wrestling, like most wrestling now is lame or something like that.
Yeah, he said it's boring.
It's boring.
Like, he don't watch it.
And it's like, but that's the pot calling the kettle black, ain't it?
It is a sense of, you remember how, you know how music is generational? How our parents used to say that the shit we listened to was terrible. And now we look at what our nieces, our nephews, our kids are looking at or listening to right now. We say that shit terrible. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it's generation. That's what that shit is.
But here's the problem with that. One, we recognize our parents' generational music and we still love it because we know where it comes from. Today's kids, their music is actually stupid because you can't understand what the fuck they saying. It's legit, like it's called mumble rap for a reason. So there now is legitimacy to say, like, yo, what the fuck is this? And that's why music is taking a decline. That's why you don't have a hip hop record on the Billboard Awards in 35 years.
I mean, well, we got that back. Megan Thee Stallion got us back on that one.
We got that back, and thank God a black woman did it. But it's the same thing with him. It's like, weren't your finishers a DDT? Wasn't a leg drop what closed everything out?
Yeah, you had a motherfucker put his style on your forehead, and you were done. I think the reason why he's saying it's boring and you're doing all these things is because it's the same. We're right back into the Montreal screw job. You are a person who refuses to adapt to the times. And I understand where he's coming from. But again, you're fighting an uphill battle. Like Wesley Snipes said his blade, motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill. Yep.
And that's what you're doing. And I'm sorry that the world left you behind. And I'm sorry.
Where's you have a niece who is active in the company, right? And she not only trains not just the women, but the men too, majority of the roster in the dungeon, but also has adapted over the years and still progressed as someone who people respect in the industry. Like you would try to respect it more because you have somebody who's related to you, continue with that family name, that legacy. I keep evolving.
But you can't respect something that you lost respect for, that lost respect for you. And that's the problem. And again, it go back to the Montreal screw job. Like, we're going to call a spade a spade. The world was changing. Bret, you were in an era that was shifting where now personality and the entertainment side is more valued than the in-ring performance, because we've talked about it on WWT Kayfabe, and I believe y'all have talked about it on here before, and I'll ask y'all now, what do you prefer? A person that's incredible on the mic but mid in the ring, or excellent in the ring and mid as fuck on the mic and personality wise? Which one do you prefer? You mute, I think. I can't hear you.
That's a good question. I will definitely say, again, you know what? This goes into something I'm thinking about with the ESPN 30 under 30, because I saw people upset that Dom Mysterio was number one and MJF, and people were like, hey, what makes Dom Mysterio better than MJF? I'm like, okay, MJF's promos, 9 times out of 10, they're mostly shock value. When people actually see Dom step in that ring and get on that mic, they boo the shit out that man because they know he's an asshole. Not for what he says, but just for his general essence of being an asshole, right? And the way he's made it work is like, yo, he's good in the ring. You got him going in a marquee spot versus John Cena, right?
Dominic Mysterio is the greatest heel in the last 5 years.
Again, any person that gets over by disrespecting their daddy and their whole family lineage, every single step of the way, come on now.
Dog, this is what, when I was like, if y'all don't think this man, like, this is what let me knew, like, Dominic Mysterio is going to be world heavyweight champion next year.
I'm here for it. When
Ray, look, yo, Scumbag Mania gotta happen. That's what Scumbag Mania gotta happen.
It gotta happen.
When Ray said, you think you are a better luchador than Blue something, than what's his face, than Eddie Guerrero. You think you better than them. And Dominic said, you keep my father's name out your mouth. I was like, get us for the belt. Get us for the, because you know that wasn't written. You know he just threw that out there. I was like,
so
give him the belt.
So I'm gonna down this hill real quick, but if you look at who the GOAT is, he was great at personality. He was great on the mic, but he was a mid-wrestler, and we know him as Jonathan Cena.
Yeah.
I'll take that any day, because if you look at I'll put something out there. Dean Malenko, excellent in the ring, ass on the mic.
Yep.
They called that man the Iceman because they didn't want him to talk because he couldn't talk.
And look where he at. He trained in the next generation in ring.
Sure is.
That's why I asked that. So again, you got into a point in time of wrestling where that started to become the shift, where it's more about the entertainment side than it is the wrestling side, which is what you needed to elevate the business to where, hey, we can turn this into something where it's not just territories and road shows. It can become a worldwide product. And the messed up part about it is had Bret really just adapted to that, didn't have to really change as much, but just had to adapt to what the new age was, you could have been such a top prospect of the Attitude Era. But because you were so stuck in your ways and didn't want to change, you were the downfall of your legacy. And a lot of people,
he was gonna get surpassed in there. We had this conversation last night.
Yeah, because
he was gonna get surpassed by the King of Hearts. His little brother did everything
right. But again, though, imagine if now let's put it to where if he would have played ball and became that, because I'm never gonna knock Bret when he had his heel run and he was like F the US and Canada. Had you ran that during Attitude Era, you would have been phenomenal. Like there would have been more like, to see Bret Hart versus The Rock at WrestleMania 17.
Yeah.
And he goes over with Vince and shakes his hand like, that's the deal with the devil that could have lived in infamy instead of it being Stone Cold. Like there's a lot of places where this could have took place.
That's why he's on the show, ladies and gentlemen. That's why he's on the show. Again, I think Bret, for all intents and purposes, Bret Hart is also the first person I've ever seen get put through a table. Survivor Series 95 versus Diesel. He was the first person I've seen actually do a table bump. So there are some elements of his game that are like, okay, you're innovative, right? But also, he got handed an era similar to John Cena in a way where he has to lead handcuffed, right? Because Cena got the PG era, Bret got the new generation era. And as you notice, people who we love and respect a little bit more in some ways, they got that chip a lot more than Bret did, right? Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, Undertaker really hit his stride for real in that era while getting some bullshit.
But why was that? They matched the times that was going on.
Yeah.
I mean, look, man, Bret Hart was out here having 5-star classes with Hayabusa, and Hayabusa loves the shots in Bret Hart. But the thing about it is, and I think both of you will attest to this 1,000%. Bret Hart, great wrestler, bland ass character. Owen Hart, great wrestler, great character.
That's my man.
Had he still been alive today, Hall of Fame right now.
That's the only white man that was in a nation of domination. I stand by this shit for that. Owen came to the cookout show.
Yeah. One day we are gonna have a legitimate Owen Hart appreciation, and we're gonna go beyond and basically break it down to the point of why this 1994. Yeah. Sure. Congratulations, old orange ass Terry.
Hey.
Fast forward.
I wasn't even hating on orange ass Terry. I'm just saying, people say 1994 was, ho and revitalizing himself, so to speak, by leaving WWE and going to WCW. Nah, fuck that. And you already know how I feel about him. That summer belonged to Owen Hart. From the Royal Rumble to Mania to SummerSlam. all the way to through King of the Ring, etc., etc. That all belongs to the King of Hearts' own heart, right? Real quick, this is before we even get in the head of the week, because D. So hey, we look, because D's like, he got his own Bret Hart on. He's like, yo, let's speed this shit up right quick, fast. You know what I'm saying? All right, real quick, Men's Survivor Series War Games match. It is the all-star team of Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and the Usos versus the Legion of Doom Super Friends version in Brock Lesnar, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, and Braun, Reed, and Breaker. Who winning? And do we care?
Roman gonna lose.
You want everybody to lose?
Roman gonna lose.
The only thing is, this either finna be incredible or incredibly ass. That's it.
No in between.
There's no in between. This either finna be match of the year or this finna be a waste of time. And we know they closing the show.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%.
The problem is there's too many egos in this ring.
Mm-hmm. That's why I say if you look at the egos on one team versus another team, the ego with the team with the less egos are going to win. And the less egos are on with the division. And Paul.
Yeah, because you only got to worry about Drew and Brock doing something dumb.
Pretty much.
Also we gotta pray that Bronson Reed don't do nothing stupid, like try to get on that case again and do that same spot he tried last year.
Well, see, and then that's the thing too of like what you got to worry about is like there's so many stories that's going on in here of like how are y'all gonna make this work in the ring? Because it's like one, who goes in first? Is it Brock?
No.
Exactly. So Brock's not in there first. Then what? And then when Brock gets in there, what's really gonna happen? Because we saw what happens when you put him on a Survivor Series team. What happens when you wrap a cage around him and give him 2 rings?
So the obvious is Bronson. It's either gonna be Bronson or Logan. I mean, I'm sorry, not Bronson, but Braun or Logan. Those are gonna be the one. That's gonna be 1 and or 2. Like you look Braun not going in there. You gotta play Bronson as that guy. Logan has the cardio to do it, but to start off the match, it has to be Braun. It has to be Braun.
Maybe there's another argument that Cody and Drew started off.
I can see that.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many combinations of how this can start that you don't really know what to do. You could, if you really wanted to like bust the gate out open, Roman and Brock. But I know they're not going to do that because you want CM Punk to get his lick back with the cage thing where he does this and stops from going out. I know that's going to happen. I put that's going to happen.
Hey, stay tuned to the 2DopeMarks Twitter account when that moment happens.
Absolutely. Saturday night. Oh yeah, we in there.
What's happening.
Yeah. Personally, look, I think it's more interesting if the heels win this one, for all intents and purposes, because hey, the intrigue is, hey man, which belt is Big Uso gonna go after? Come Mania season, right? Because you already planted the seed on Monday, saying, "Yo, that belt looks a lot better on my shoulder." And both Punk and Cody were like, "Who are you talking to? Talking to me? Talking to you?"
Right. So going back to that, remember what I said earlier in the show that I had an epiphany, I had a thought. He looked right at Punk when he said that.
Yeah.
But going back to what you said too, that moment where Punk says, I'm gonna go, he's going after Punk. He's going after that side.
Oh yeah. Because remember what he said, you ruined my life.
Yeah, that was the biggest sell right there. That was the biggest sell.
So that's why it's just like there's so many stories that are going on in here. It's just like, how will y'all mesh this in here?
So,
and also with the vision too, because you gotta develop. You can't shit on them. You can't shit on them. They have to win that match, because if they don't win that match, you got to put them to the back burner and you got to rebuild them back up.
Who?
What division? Because Seth's not here.
Oh yeah, no. They're gonna win. They're gonna win.
Yeah.
They're like, out of everybody in there on a physicality standpoint, Y'all not finna survive. Like, Braun Breaker can take on 3 of y'all. Like, Braun Breaker can handle Punk and the Usos by himself.
By himself, yeah.
Bronson, same way. I can take care of the tribal chief. That just leave Cody. You still got Logan, Drew, and Brock Lesnar to deal with. There's no, like, if they're like, I don't see no way possible these guys walk out of War Games and beat them.
Yeah.
And especially with all of the breakdown that you about to get with them from, because there has to be a point where Roman says CM Punk, because he didn't do it last year.
Mm-hmm.
So now with CM Punk doing that, now we get the Superman punch to CM Punk, which could potentially cost them everything.
Yep.
And while
I can see, to be honest with you, I can see Roman just walking out of the cage.
Yeah. Well, you can't walk out, because if you walk out, they lose.
I know.
Oh,
that's my point.
Yeah, that's your point. Yeah, I can see that. Because his
he told his cousins, he said, I don't see you, motherfucker. Chris.
Because that's what
that shit got broke.
Yeah, he pissed off with everybody in the ring.
Mm-hmm. But that's what's gonna lead to us getting Roman versus Punk at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Seth doing that goofy ass headbutt turned all that shit around.
Well, yes, it does, but it also turns it around for a good reason. If they play this right, but I don't know if they're gonna do it like that. What it's setting up for is Roman to become world heavyweight champion, and for Jay to dethrone him.
I'm cool with that.
That's what it's setting up.
Long-term storytelling.
Exactly. That's why it has to happen like that. Jay has to dethrone Roman in order to be able to finally get out of his shadow.
Is it the same effect for the women's? Matter of fact, no, hold on. Hold that thought. Let's get to the 2 matches in between. So we got Stephanie and Nikki Bella. We all consensus that Nikki getting her ass beat.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Actually.
Hey, yo.
Oh, here he go. You know what? I'm gonna leave y'all to that one. Hold on a second. I gotta do some real shit. Hold on.
With the curveballs WWE been throwing, I'm gonna leave 15% open.
That's fair. That's a fair percentage.
That they might let Nikki get it.
But for what? I get it, but for what?
So here's one of the big issues that we've yet to see with Stephanie. We haven't seen Stephanie have to do the chase. Like, Stephanie has been handed everything. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, she's been handed everything and she's rose to the occasion every time.
Okay.
That's gonna get old real quick.
So in this particular time, if that is the case, then you have to put somebody with Nikki. You have to put somebody with Nikki because Nikki can't do that shit by herself while Stephanie.
Well, no, because it can still stay between the two of them. But now it's a chase. Yeah. Because again, it's literally Becky Lynch and Maxine.
Okay.
But you get to see what Stephanie does when she don't got a title and she got to chase it. And lost it. And you lost it to a friend that you trusted, and she didn't use that to her advantage.
Okay.
So I'm saying there is a potential there, but most likely it will be Stephanie going over. But I see the potential of that happening. That was the important life stuff you had to do, was grab pizza.
Yeah, he had to grab a slice of pizza.
I also had to bring groceries in, nigga. So
there's no way you brought in groceries that quick. There's no
from 7-Eleven.
Remember, plastic bag, son. Plastic bag.
No way you just walked that. That door got to be right there.
It's literally right. It's literally right
I'm about to say that door got to
be right
there for you to have done that. But okay.
All right. So got that out the way. So he said that 15%, pretty much.
15
might be. You said 50 or 15?
15.
Oh, okay. Make sure I'm hearing it. All right. So we got that one. And then we all know Dom beating Cena. And yeah, that's easy. So going back to what the women, like the women's War Games match.
For the ladies.
Is it a similar situation as the men, or is it a thing where it's a toss up on who could win because storylines are involved?
Nah, that was just gonna be fun. That's it. That was just gonna be that's just gonna be a fun match. Like you gonna see, of course, Io do her crazy spot. We gonna see some tag team action. Like that's just gonna be a fun all around match. Like, is it the best team I would have picked to do that War Games out the women? No, but with what we got, it's like it's gonna be fun. That's really all I can say for that one. Like they're going to check off all the boxes that women's match is supposed to do.
So
Last Legends, this is crazy. Think about it. Last Legends main roster debut is goddamn War Games.
War Games.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. That's why I said too. Like it's going to give us everything we need to have. Like it's going to check off all the boxes. Like that. That's what I'm saying. That's going to be that. If they open, that's a great opener for your Survivor Series.
They have to open with that show. Yeah,
they have
to open it with that.
They have to. And everybody will be anticipating, waiting for Becky and AJ to go in.
Do you ever envision a moment when WWE is like, yo, we let the women main event War Games?
It would have been if you wouldn't have made that all-star version.
Fair.
Yep, it could have been. Because this really is an all-star women's War Games outside of Lash.
Sure, for us, that's still all-star.
Yeah, because she's an NXT all-star. I'm just saying, like right now, she's the rookie in all of that.
Yeah.
But like as far as
it's gonna be a decent show.
It'll be good. It'll be good. But I feel like we will end it with saying like, damn, the women should have closed out like we did last year. Damn, the women should have closed this out because they killed it.
Facts. And now, word. See, not even funny. Not even funny. Now we can let Ice Tina build. Hey. It is now time for Hate of the Week. We got halfway through Hate of the Week earlier. We were just going giving out our turkeys in pro wrestling. But Hate of the Week, if you're new to the show, it's our segment where me and D and now the Councilman get to say, pick one person, one entity, one thing that's in the world that been pissing us off. It's been making things a little bit shitty for everybody else. So, as I consume this pizza, I will let our esteemed guest, the Councilman himself, go first. Sir, who is your hater or even your hero of the week?
This just in general or in wrestling?
In general.
Whoever decided to the hater of the week is whoever invented splitting up TV shows into 3 parts and making them come out later. Like, what makes you think I want to watch 3 episodes of a show, then wait 4 more months for the next 3, then another 3 weeks for the last 2 episodes? Who the fuck do you think you are? I already and also to the people who put times and premieres on streaming services rather than that bitch dropping at 12 o'clock when y'all say the day it's gonna drop. The fact Stranger Things is premiering at 5 p.m. and not ready at 12:01 is stupid as fuck.
Insane.
And you're also and the hater also, and all of that still lines to the fucking content creators who can't wait 8 fucking hours to allow people to watch the shit before spoiling it, just so you could get your content out and get your likes and be an asshole. Y'all are my haters of the week. You're up there with Bret Hart.
God damn.
D, who was your hater of the week?
I don't have a hater of the week. I have a hero of the week.
Okay.
This being the Thanksgiving spirit, my hero of the week is AJ Francis. For 9 straight years, he's an alumni at University of Maryland. For 9 straight years, he's held a canned food drive. I've tried to give back to maybe 2 or 3 of them, but he picks the University of Maryland game right before Thanksgiving. Him and his family have a canned food drive outside of the University of Maryland football stadium, and he gives back every year, man. And it keeps going. Like, he does it. You might see somebody on TV that's a complete asshole, but in the realest, like, that man actually gives back. So my hero of the week is AJ.
He good peoples.
Good peoples, man. Good peoples. Shout out to our one of our road champions, AJ Francis, man, because I know a lot of people who's going through it during the shutdown, especially SNAP recipients, all that. And a lot of people stepped up and did some good, man. I think a lot of people understood that, we are not alone out here. Like,
Right.
We're definitely here to help out, and we're definitely here to have community, real community. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, my hater of the week is whoever decided that Adoree Jackson should cover George Pickens in AT&T Stadium on Sunday. I and my lovely wife, we were at a watch party, if you will, for Eagles Cowboys. Even FaceTime D. We all took halftime shots. 21-7. Boys is rolling. Boys is clicking. And then for some reason, Dak Prescott remembered, like, oh, snap, I have an offense where I throw the ball all over the field to my 2-star wide receivers, and proceeded to make Adoree Jackson look like god dang Eagles Nnamdi Asomugha, look absolute ass. Then said, yo, Cooper DeJean, you go cover George Pickens. Also, ass. The real wide receiver 1 in Dallas is George Pickens, which is nuts to say because CeeDee Lamb is also pretty solid. And the fact that I literally got the alert on my phone before the kick was even made on the television screen. Grabbed my shoes, I said my goodbyes, walked out. I don't need to watch that. Don't need to endure that. Not to start my Thanksgiving week. Absolutely not. Cannot. So whoever decided that Adoree Jackson need to be covering George Pickens, you're my hater of the week. And my hero of the week are literally everybody in that kitchen right now, making plates, making Thanksgiving meals, making side dishes, making potato salad. Shout out DDM. Doing what you can to make this holiday.
Matt said he was making minute rice.
It might have been some 10-minute rice. But for everybody that's making this holiday feel like something, because I think a lot of times we think like the holidays don't really mean shit no more because like we losing recipes, but the folks is in the kitchen making shit pop, making shit happen. We appreciate you. Those who have found community in pro wrestling, like legit community, not somebody just, from a random count in Malaysia that's basically being paid to antagonize the shit out of you online. You know what I'm saying? Those people, we appreciate you. I'm appreciative and thankful for independent pro wrestling. Even the companies that are sadly going under, being on pause due to financial hardships and things like that. We understand what you did for this community and we appreciate you. We're thankful for you. I'm thankful for y'all. Thankful for y'all too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get too sentimental about y'all because both of y'all ain't shit, but I appreciate the fuck out of y'all.
That was a compliment more than you think.
I know. But yeah, man, that is the second longest episode of 2DopeMarks ever. The first being when we had the Councilman on with Meek. So, congrats, sir. You now officially have the 2 longest.
You got the record.
You got the record. You have the gold and the silver.
Hey man, I'm a history maker. All right. I'm a straight history maker. That's why I'm thankful for me. Always. I'm always thankful for me. I'm thankful that people are thankful for me. Because you're right. The world would be a little more dull if your councilman was not here. So you're welcome.
They're thankful for that damn pizza.
Right?
Very thankful. Very thankful. Look, we ain't doing too much for Thanksgiving tomorrow, dog. Like, we have Friendsgiving. That was enough stress as is.
Shit, ask your wife. My father making the ribs tomorrow, bro. Them joints gonna be heavy.
Hey man, as long as you can get you a Thanksgiving plate somewhere and find a place to pass out from the items, that's all that matters.
That's all that's gonna happen. Look, 2026, we might be in Maryland for Thanksgiving because last year we split it to which I was in Texas, the wife was in Maryland with D-Fam. Yeah, no, his mother gave me a standing invite to come to Thanksgiving at their crib next year.
Bring your ass.
You to quote
you might get a
O-Dog and to quote O-Dog and Ministry, you know it.
You know it.
But that's tonight's episode of 2DopeMarks. Damn, I didn't realize we went 2 freaking hours. That's fucking crazy. Shout out y'all that held on the entire 2 hours. We appreciate the shout out y'all. Councilman,
all two of y'all.
Last minute plugs you want to get in before we head out? And he's on mute. He muted himself, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, man. Just be sure to follow me, Will Pharoah, PHARAOH, across all social platforms. Make sure you check out the Cafe Podcast. Every Thursday, we will be taking a break because of the holiday for Thanksgiving, but we will definitely be revving up for 2026 as well. Give y'all some holiday stuff. Check out Women's Wrestling Talk. You can catch me there Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, as well as look out for 2026. Straight Up a Comic Book is coming back. I'll be doing it more on like a seasonal thing instead of a weekly podcast to give y'all more quality content. But yeah, just make sure you do that and enjoy yourself. Please be safe out there for Thanksgiving, man. Like, yo, you know, people have a hard time driving. Folks are a little bit rambunctious and stuff, man. Just be careful, be safe, have a great time, appreciate the folks you around, just like I appreciate being here on 2DopeMarks and letting them letting me talk for 2 hours along with them. So, you know, just make sure, yo, like this, like tomorrow, appreciate what y'all got, man. Appreciate what y'all doing. Hug those you care about. Don't be bitch ass niggas and not tell your people you love them, man, because you might not get a chance to. So make sure you tell the folks that you love them tomorrow, man.
Yep. Also, shout out to Will Nightingale. Babes and Wrath are in the finals of the AEW Women's Tag Team Title Tournament.
TJ should have won, but whatever.
You know how it's gonna go. It's gonna be them versus Tony Storm and me and Shirakawa. I already know how it's gonna go. Anyway, D, before we sign off, you got any plugs you gotta get in?
Is a plug of me saying something nice?
No, just a plug. You saying something nice is how we officially wrap up the show.
Oh, I ain't got no plugs. Same stuff. Buy that shit. We broke. I'm a single father. What if you don't?
He said we broke.
We broke, baby. All right. But you know, that's 2DopeMarks. I'm Brando. That's D. We thank you for tuning in. Subscribe to the pod on YouTube and wherever you get your fine podcasts. Tap the notifications, tap the bell. You know what I'm saying? When we go live, because we go live every Thursday, 7:15 Eastern, 6:15 Central. Typically, we're here every Thursday, but when real life shit happens, i.e. a holiday, we come to you a little bit early. Yeah, man. We are 2DopeMarks on all platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We are not on we're not on Batty Hub, we're not on OnlyFans, don't even ask. We are wholesome family men, as Pimp C said next to Bun B. We some family men just making money, getting things together. You know what I'm saying? Also, the Run 2DM crew neck. It is out now. We dropped the images on Twitter. We're gonna drop them everywhere else. You can copy the link in the description of the show. And D, say something nice to the people.
Support your local strippers.
Oh, before you hit that X, before you sign us off, before you officially sign us off, I must say this to all the youngins who are going to the club the night before Thanksgiving, you are keeping tradition alive. And if you
That's
go
why
to
I
the
said
shake
support your
joint,
local strippers.
and if you go to the shake joint, like D said, support your local strippers. And also, don't fall in love with them.
No. Just pay their electric bill and get the fuck out.
Fall in love with them, man. Do what your heart leads to, man. Just don't stalk them.
Don't stalk them. Pay a bill. Eat your wings and get the fuck out.
Take your ass home.
Yeah.
Safely. Don't be driving drunk neither. We'll see y'all next week.